Hello and welcome to the 9th grade backpacking video. I'm Lily, that's my dad David, and we are directing the October 26th and 27th weekend for the girls.
I'm Sophia, this is my dad Alberto, and we will be directing the second weekend of the girls camp out, which is November 2nd to November 3rd.
I'm Ken. My son Wes isn't here tonight, but we are directing the boys camp out, and we're doing it the same weekend as Dave and Lily, October 26th and 27th.
Good.
All right, so I'm going to cover the mission statement, growing relationships, communication, and leadership through adventure with our dads. The theme of this camp out is life is a journey. We are in the 9th grade year for this camp out, and we've had a journey through the HATS program, and this year is kind of gearing us up towards Colorado Trek.
Correct.
And sort of finishing up the formal part of the HATS program. So we're doing backpacking this weekend, and then in the spring we're doing bushwhacking to prepare us for Colorado Trek.
So kind of going over the goals for the weekend, the camp out does start tonight. So start thinking about the theme of the camp out, the mission statement, and then like for actual camp logistics, like the food you're going to be packing, what you want to bring, and actually start packing your backpack ahead of time.
All right, the participant packet is online on the HATS website. It has your packing information, directions, and the schedule for the weekend. This is a Saturday morning start, and we're going to be finishing up on Sunday late morning.
Midday. Yeah.
Okay.
So this camp out is located on Lake Texoma, and it starts at the Cedar Bayou Marina. And please drive through the gate, it opens at 8 a.m., and park in front of the marina office area.
They may ask us to move cars around, especially on the first weekend. Sometimes they ask us to move cars into the grassy area, but we'll learn about that when we get there.
And you should get there at 8 a.m., bright and early. Woo-hoo! And we will circle up at 9, and we're going to leave shortly after that.
And the directions are you take Highway 75 north to Sherman, you go left or west to Highway 82 to Whitesboro, and you go right or north on Highway 377. In approximately 12 miles, you look for the Cedar Bayou resort sign, and then it's about a mile from there to the marina parking lot for secure parking. And there will be hot signs starting once you leave Highway 377.
So kind of covering food, because this is gonna be starting in the morning of Saturday, you can eat breakfast on the way there or at home or whatever, and then for meals, so you'll have to pack a meal for lunch that day on Saturday, dinner, and breakfast. For dinner, we will be having our campfire, however, we will not be using it to cook because we won't have like the grates and stuff.
We may not have a campfire.
We may
Burn
not,
ban.
yeah.
Oh, we may not. Oh, okay.
Maybe.
So make sure to bring, we recommend like freeze-dried food or something like that, something easy with the Jetboil or whatever you want for lunch, dinner, and breakfast on Sunday. And then we will have water filtered from the lake throughout the weekend, and just make sure to bring snacks and electrolytes because we will be walking a lot.
And 2 liters of water for the trip.
Per person.
Per person, yeah. All right.
All right. I'll cover the non-negotiables real quick. 18-inch rule, important on every camp out, especially important on this camp out, on a backpacking camp out. We want to make sure everyone's accounted for. No electronics, no pets, no firearms, no alcohol, and no RVs. That'd be a tough one on this camp out. I guess you could technically bring your RV to the parking lot, but not any further past that. All right.
All right, so now we're going to talk about what to bring. And so you need to show up with your backpack all packed and ready to go. And if you need a backpack, we have loaner backpacks, so you call or email or text your director and we will get with you on that. And there is a checklist of stuff that's recommended to bring in your participant packet. And just, here it is. There's a beautiful, beautiful diagram.
How to pack a backpack.
It's in there too, very useful. And it's about 24 hours of campings, and you are walking a lot. So try and pack nice and light so your back isn't dying halfway through. And fun fact, your backpack, tent, and sleeping bag are actually your heaviest items. So if you have a backpacking tent, please bring it. They're very nice, they're very light. And try to get those 3 items as light as possible. Recommendations are a sleeping pad, like the foam ones, like Ridge Rests. Those are really good to get a good night of sleep. And good hiking boots, very important because we are doing a lot of walking. So are socks, lots and lots of socks, not too many socks, but like enough socks to have backups. And toiletries like toilet paper because we will be out in the wilderness and we might need to like dig a little hole if we need to go to the bathroom. You need to pack cooking stove and food with like utensils so you can eat. There will probably be more than one Jetboil on this campout, so if you do not have one, someone else probably will let you borrow, so
And
you
there will
don't
be
need
a-
to go out and buy one.
There will be a hats loaner, at least one that you can take. Somebody
Yes.
can borrow if you don't have one.
And also rain gear. Please, please, please bring your rain gear. If you don't bring your rain gear, it will rain and then you will be sad. And if you have a backpack cover for a little rain gear for your backpack, bring that too, those are useful. And just typical backpack gear like snacks, also good to bring.
All right. So in terms of the schedule for Saturday, we will meet at 8 a.m. at the marina, as David said, and we will circle up at 9 a.m. and then we will do some activities and start our hike. It is about 3-mile hike. We will make stops, take it easy, bring snacks, 2 liters of water per person, as we said. We will have lunch once we get to the campsite. We will set up camp, we will do some activities. That day we will also do a day hike to Eagles Roost. It's about a mile in and a mile back. So if you have a day backpack that is light, you can bring it, otherwise you can take your same backpack. We'll be back in camp, have dinner, some activities there, and then next day is our normal routine. We will wake up at 7 in the morning and then circle up at 8, do activities, and we will be packing around 10 a.m., start packing it, and then we should start hiking back around 10:30, 10:45. And we should be back in the parking lot between 12:30 and 1 p.m. and then you can have lunch on your way back to Dallas.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing you all there. If you need more information, print out your packet online for additional info. Call your director if you have any questions, and drive safe, and we'll see you out there.
And who is excited about the camp? Woo! See you there, guys.
So now Alberto and I will show you how to pack a backpack and show you what we will normally bring on this. First, I'll go through some items real quick here. Sophia, what would you call these here?
Socks.
Would you wear those for backpacking?
No.
These would, you're just Costco little athletic socks, bad idea for this camp out. You will want some nice, thick, wool or synthetic socks to wear for this camp out, or your feet will not be very happy. Multiple pairs of socks. It's pretty much impossible to have too many socks. 3 pairs would probably be pretty good.
Yeah, 3 pairs I think is good.
Yeah. You'll want to have good hiking boots. Preferred, you can wear tennis shoes, or trail runners, but most people do prefer to go backpacking with nice boots. Another item that you'll want to bring is weather for your clothing. We're shooting this in early October. We're going to be going in late October, early November. You could be wearing t-shirts, you could be wearing shorts, or you may be wanting to wear your rain gear all weekend long to try to stay warm.
Yeah, one thing about the boots is, if you want to wear boots, you may want to have some sort of like shoes for the campsite so you're comfortable. You know, some people prefer trail shoes. I prefer tennis trail shoes, but so I don't carry both. But you know, you have more support with boots in the ankle, right? They are heavier, so you know, it's better to also carry extra pair of shoes just to be comfortable at campsite.
Yes. Some people, that's what their comfort item is.
Exactly.
Right.
I have size 13 feet. I don't wear those. Braces. Dads or daughters, if you need knee or ankle or knee braces, bring them. I would suggest wearing them. I'm going to be wearing, I injured my knee about 3 years ago, and I have this big hinged, uncomfortable brace. I wear it on this camp out. It's not comfortable, but it's better than having you guys try to carry me home. Another item that I have suggested, and various people like them, some people don't, is trekking poles.
Absolutely.
In our household, we're big trekking pole fans. They're wonderful. Young gentleman, about in his late 20s, told me he thought trekking poles were old people until he used them once, and he decided that from that point on, he loved trekking
Right.
poles.
Yeah, and some people use both, others just use one. Like for example, I feel better just with one, but definitely you need at least one or two depending how you feel more comfortable.
Yes. And those are some that we picked up at REI. I think you can get them at Academy or
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
They help. Finally, guys, luxury items. It's something you don't want to take a lot of weight, but for me, luxury item, I like to take a little camera, and then we pack maybe a little bit heavy on comfort items. I don't take extra shoes, but we take like a change of shirt per day, and some wipes to wipe down after the day of hiking, so that when you get in your tent, so you're not getting into your sleeping bag all smelly.
Cowboy baths are a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm just saying, y'all.
What about you?
I'll pass.
Well, I like to bring a chair. I mean,
Oh.
a chair is you know, I think the first backpacking camp that I went, I didn't bring a chair. When I started bringing a chair, it was a big difference. What about you, Sophia?
Like deodorant or wipes or something to keep me clean throughout the weekend.
I'm with them, probably an extra shirt, extra pair of socks to be comfortable at night or the next day, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start breaking down our packs and showing how
Okay.
you pack one of these. So on the outside of my pack, I have on my strap here, I have, since you can, some people use, I have, the Smart Water bottles are great for your water, and you'll want 2 of them. You generally want to counterbalance, put those on each side of your pack. And so I'm not trying to break my arm getting to those. I have a little thing that I can attach a water bottle, small 16-ounce water bottle to my strap, so that I have something to drink out of while I'm walking, and also you can mix electrolytes in it. It's real easy.
Sure. Yeah, for this camp out, you don't want to bring your Nalgene. I mean, because it's too heavy.
No.
I think these Smart Water bottles are perfect.
Some have a hip belt. In here I put my snacks for the day, some hand sanitizer, and my electrolytes, so they're nice and handy.
So here what I try to do on the outside is just what I may use during the hike, and this is for this particular camp out. So I have my rain gear here, right? My pants and my jacket. I have a small day backpack, and then as David said, you know, I have here my Donkey Kong, and so I have here my snacks and food, kind of just snacks, not food, just snacks for the day, for the hike. And then here I have my toiletries with some bags to put, you know, the used ones. What else I have here? I have my bug spray. I have, you know, I really don't bring like a big first aid kit, because we are gonna have a first aid kit for everybody. But for blisters or stuff, I bring this, and I also bring some just tape, like sports tape or like Gorilla tape, just in case, you know, someone needs. I have my shovel just for essential needs, that we will use that in the camp. But you don't need to bring this. We are gonna have one for the group.
And the girls will have a little latrine set up, but the dads will be on their own in the woods.
Correct. So the dads are gonna be on their own the goods, and we will talk about that in the camp out. So if you have any questions, shoot us an email. And then just sunscreen, and then what else I have here? My bandana, my first aid bandana, and then a small a knife, a pocket size, and just my gel. That's it on the outside.
And then here on mine, I have my chair strapped to the outside and a little hammer. These are attached well this time. And then down here on the bottom, I have strapped on, this is, thank you, Kim. A sleeping pad, a foam sleeping pad with my tent body inside of it. I carry the tent body, my daughter carries the poles.
So David had it in a bag. That's a great idea because if it rains, have it in a bag. I have it this here, and I have my tent on the top, but I took the poles and they are in my backpack. So this is not really heavy. So if you can move, I have it on the top, but again, I took the poles, so it is not that heavy. It is more bulky than heavy.
And then on this front pocket on mine, I have my rain gear. And as Lily had mentioned, a rain cover. You can use a trash bag if you want. Cut up a trash bag, put it over your backpack. The bags, they're water resistant, but they are not waterproof. And if you have a day full of rain,
Yeah.
bad things will happen.
Or you could have what is gonna, like, I don't have an exterior cover, so we will see I have a trash bag for my, my sleeping bag and my clothes and the things that I don't wanna get wet, they are in a trash bag.
Yes, and trash compactor bags, I use that the same thing.
Yeah, the same, yeah.
Even with that, even if it's supposed to be a dry camp out, I'm still gonna put stuff in here.
Correct.
In case you have a bet that you fall down at a water crossing or something into a puddle.
You can also use dry bags, although they are heavier, so, a trash bag that, works perfectly.
Yes. Now, in the brain, on mine, I carry my headlamp, small items that you want to have easy access to, batteries for camera, a charger for the GPS locator in case it goes out, and a compass.
So for Saturday, for the hiking on Saturday morning, you are not gonna need to cook before you set camp, right? So while we hike, you will have snacks and granola bars and candy and stuff like that, and water. So you don't need to have all your cooking system, readily available because we are not gonna stop to cook.
No. And also I have attached on the outside a little lantern that may be our campfire on our camp outs.
Yeah. You wanna do that one first?
Go ahead.
Okay,
You got yours
so
ready.
here, what I have is I have my puffy jacket, right? That I always bring, and if it's not too cold, you can put it in the sleeping bag sack, and then it's also a pillow. I have my lunch, my dinner, and my breakfast. Just this is all, and then the bag with granola bars that I had. I'm trying to lose weight. I have my chair. This is an REI Flex Light. It's relatively light.
Yeah. I have the Helinox. You can also get, they have contraptions canvas that go on the ground that you put your chair into so you don't sink in. That's what this on the outside of this is. I think Nemo now has one where the wrapper for your thing actually is your ground pad so you don't sink.
That's lighter than the REI. The REI is okay. It's not super light. It's not super heavy, but I have a water system purification. This is an extra one. We are gonna have one for the group. So you don't need to bring yours. Some people want to bring something like this just to try it, and that's perfectly fine. But we will have a group filter. And then I have, so here what I have is I have my lights with extra batteries. I have a water bottle. What else? I have That's pretty much it. So everything I have in bags in case, it rains. I have here just a plate, my utensils to eat, my toiletries, my cooking system, the jet boil. That's okay. And then I have my trash bag, my black trash bag. I think I just finished this and then you do that. So on this I just tied it, and then I have here inside, I have socks, right? I have an extra shirt. You want to have a fresh shirt for Sunday, right? I have a beanie. I like to have a beanie at night.
Yes.
An extra socks. I like this one. And then I have one thing I like to, even though it's bulky, I like a more real pillow. That's a personal preference.
Yeah.
You can use these inflated ones that are super light. I don't feel they are as comfortable, but that's just, again, personal preference. And then I have just my sleeping bag, and I think that's it. That's it.
Some other options for chairs for campouts, you can use stadium chairs, or what are they, Crazy Creeks?
That's what we take. Yeah.
Some people like the stadium chairs, or this is just, they have them also, they're inflatable or just foam. This was an old camp pad that I've used around the house for lawn work forever. Spray adhesive, 2 pieces together, and you've got a pad to sit on. One item I always bring is, it's very light, is just a buff. Can also be used, I've used it on a camp out where we had a sudden cold snap, used it as a beanie.
Yeah.
In mine, I have our utensils, some fire starting items, which we probably will not need on this camp out, unfortunately. My snacks for day 2, I like my snacks.
We love snacks.
Lunch, which will be, for us will be sandwiches. Toiletries, so you do not need to, dads will probably want some Advil. Don't bring a full bottle, just take a couple, put them in a Ziploc. Don't, try to minimize your weight as much as you can.
Yeah, and one thing to remember is, we are gonna be 10 or 12 teams, so we don't need 12 jet boys, right? I mean, probably when we get there, some people wanna take their own, and that's fine, but if you wanna share, talk to other people, that's fine, I mean, with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I also try to always bring a beanie, because if it gets cold at night suddenly, it's nice to have that, and a light pair of gloves. So, and then I have dinner and our dessert.
There you go. That's a luxury item, the dessert.
Yes. Our cooking system. And then down in here I have, inside of my bag, my puff, inside of my trash bag, I have my puffy. Inflatable pad. I have a Nemo here. This is really good. Clement also makes some really good, fairly inexpensive sleeping pads, air sleeping pads. That's what my daughter gets to use.
I usually have this pad and an air pad. For this backpacking, I just keep this one to kind of cut weight, so it's a personal preference, right? Some people prefer to be more comfortable and bring the stuff, others will say just with a pad. So
Yeah. Something to sleep in, my pillow, and then my shirts for day 2, and then the very bottom. This is actually a 20-degree bag. It's a down bag with inside a compression sack. So compression bags are really nice to get those compressed down. Don't leave it in there for too long, or you start to kill the down of your item. But that's it. That's what. Do you have anything to add that you bring that we don't?
Nope, I think you guys covered it.
what about weight? What's the advisable weight of?
Weight, go as light as you can.
So it's like this backpack that I unloaded. I mean, we cut a lot of stuff. It was 33 pounds, including water. You usually would like to be around 40, 50, like top, but we are gonna have some collective gear
Crew gear.
that we are gonna distribute. I don't think it's that bulky, but maybe it's 3-4 pounds per person,
Maybe.
maybe, or less than that. So you need to give some room, a little bit, either you or your daughter, for kind of our team gear that we will need to include. But really, I mean, you want to be comfortable, right? So don't, I mean, bring medication, obviously, important things, right?
Yes.
Water, I highly advise these smart water bottles because they are super light and they work really well because
And they're pretty durable.
they are pretty durable, yeah, so they are not gonna break. But try to be as light as possible so you enjoy the journey.
Yes.
All right.
All right, anything else?
No. See you
Okay.
guys on the camp out.
See you guys in the camp out. Woo!
Nice job.